Right Honorable Prime Minister of Nepal, Mr. Sher Bahadur Deva, Honorable Finance Minister, Mr. Janardhan Sharma, Honorable State Minister of Health, Mr. Umesh Shrestha, respected senior officials from Ministry of Health and Population, respected officials from Ministry of Health and Nepal government, esteemed experts, President of the Nepal Medical Association, Dr. Lochan Karki, my dear colleagues, members of medical fraternity, ladies and gentlemen, namaskar. Male orthopedic surgeon, age 33, from Birganj. 56 years old, female eye specialist from Kathmandu. From Sansari, a 23-year-old lab assistant. A 30-year-old female radiologist from Jhapa. A health post in charge, male, age 48, from Rohtahat. A 70-year-old female health worker from Kapilavastu. Cardiologist, male, 42 years of age, from Lalitpur. 35-year-old female nursing teacher from Orang. And a 70 years of age male health worker from Surkhet. Serving humanity until end. Reducing human suffering. Putting to use their best professional skills to save human lives and dignity. This is what is behind these anonymized descriptions. There are only a few of the many health practitioners in Nepal that we lost to COVID-19. The departed have departed. However, they have left us with a question hanging over our heads. What will we do collectively to ensure that we are better prepared next time a crisis strikes? This big question looms over our heads. Before we start exploring the way forward, may I request a 1-minute silence in honor of the courageous colleagues we have lost to COVID-19. I was hoping that by now we would have been meeting in person. But unfortunately, the virus seems still ahead of the curve. Therefore, I earnestly hope to attend the 2022 edition of this conference in person in Nepal. Pandemic preparedness in Nepal is the theme of the 2021 summit for the Nepal Medical Association. Portrait pictures of past presidents adorn the conference room walls of the Nepal Medical Association. Yet, would the early founders have ever imagined that today, in 2021, we would be coming together at a summit to discuss preparedness for pandemics instead of debating a clinical condition, syndrome, treatment, or differential diagnosis? In addition to treating diseases, our role is evolving towards ensuring that the health and well-being of individuals and communities. The theme of this summit also reaffirms that the public has greater expectations of us as a profession in resolving not only medical and health issues but societal challenges. Herein lie the challenges of pandemic preparedness in Nepal. A decade ago in 2011, the International Health Regulations Review Committee declared that the world is ill prepared to respond to a severe influenza pandemic or any similar global, sustained and threatening public health emergency. Unfortunately, COVID-19 has shown that the world is ill prepared for any similar global, sustained and threatening public health emergency. Before we explore where we should go, let us first look at where we are today and with the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. We have come to a point where we can say whether we can or cannot overcome this pandemic. But in principle, it's in our hands. We have all the tools to stop transmissions and save lives. Effective public health and social measures, rapid, accurate tests, life-saving oxygen and vaccine. Next, let's ask ourselves, do we know what works? By now, we know reasonably well what works. However, the pandemic is still with us because we have not put that knowledge to work globally and equitably. So what is driving transmission and deaths? One, increased mixing and mobility. Number two, premature abandonment of public health and social measures. Three, the emergence of more transmissible variants. And four, the inequitable distribution of vaccines. These are all driving transmission and deaths. It would be naive to decide that thanks to vaccines, the pandemic is over. While vaccines are a powerful tool that will help bring the pandemic under control, we are not there yet. It's not only vaccines, it's vaccines plus public health and social measures. Our hope of developing and approving several safe and effective vaccines in a record time has come true. In addition, this has given the world hope of bringing the pandemic under control. However, the shocking inequity in the global distribution of vaccines is a strain on our collective conscience. More than 5.5 billion vaccine doses have been administered globally, but almost 80% of those have been high and upper middle income countries. The longer vaccine inequity persists, the more opportunity the virus can circulate and change into variants that could evade vaccines. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, even as we work to end the pandemic, we must learn the lessons it is teaching us. And lessons, there are many. The pandemic is a powerful demonstration of the importance of primary health care as the foundation of both global health security and universal health coverage. Years of underinvestment in health is coming to bite us now. COVID-19 has reminded all of us of the power of immunization, and also it has reminded us that there is no health without mental health. Inaction is not an option. If we fail to prepare now for future epidemics and pandemics, we are preparing to fail. To achieve good national pandemic preparedness and response, I feel that we should focus attention on one, strong leadership and government engagement in conducting pandemic preparedness activities. Strong leadership entails the ability to galvanize other line ministries into action. Then, government allocating adequate funding for pandemic preparedness activities, especially bearing in mind Nepal's disaster-prone nature. Third, effectiveness of the planning process and development of the pandemic plan with pan-cabinet engagement. These engagements ought to lead to the development of robust strategies for implementing pandemic interventions. Then, creating enduring mechanisms for effective communication among healthcare professionals, the public, and other stakeholders. And development of a professional capacity for successful implementation of pandemic preparedness activities. Whatever structures and mechanisms emerge, I believe they must be grounded in these core principles. They must have the engagement and ownership of all key government actors and agencies such as the Ministry of Home, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Federal Affairs, and General Administration. They must be multi-sectoral, involving partners across the One Health platform. They must be linked to and aligned with the mandate of existing mechanisms and structures rather than creating parallel systems. They must ensure coherence with the international health regulations and other international instruments. And they must be accountable and transparent. Second, we need more and more better financing for national preparedness and response. The current financing ecosystem of pandemic preparedness and response is insufficient in scale, complex, fragmented, and inefficient, and does not ensure equity. We need a substantial increase in domestic investment, including primary health care and financing of global goods such as vaccines. Third, we need better systems and tools across the One Health spectrum. Human health, animal health, pharmaceuticals, education must no longer function in silos. The COVID-19 pandemic has very clearly demonstrated the value that professional associations bring to the national pandemic response. The work of the Nepal Medical Association speaks volumes. Behind the name of the association stand many years of experience and expertise. This is a robust network with extensive reach in a social setup where medical doctors enjoy a high public standing. WHO Nepal has made available its technical expertise along with the Ministry of Health and Population to the Nepal Medical Association to hold Mammoth critical care training jointly. We were initially expecting some 500 to 1,000 participants at this training. Who would have thought that there would be close to 12,000 eager participants taking time out of their busy schedules to complete this virtual training? This demonstrates that we have a fraternity that believes in knowledge and is ready to step up when needed. An immense value that a professional association brings is to meet the knowledge needs of its members. Similarly, online sessions have been organized with WHO Nepal's expertise in mental health for our fraternity and many more. This crisis has given us one reason after another to harness the power of our togetherness and our networks. Conversely, this crisis has also shown us that every time we have failed to coordinate and collaborate, the loss of life has resulted. Ahead of you, ladies and gentlemen, in this 2021 summit of NMA lies an ambitious agenda that eminent chairs and credible moderators will steer. I am hopeful that the discussion will focus on solution searching that works in the context of Nepal. The last 18 to 20 months have shown us where the gaps are in preparedness, including risk assessment, surveillance, healthcare systems, and the pandemic vaccines deployment and acceptance by the public. While memory is fresh, we should look at solutions. An August gathering such as this one is best advised to steer clear of wishful and theoretical discussion. For a conversation to be productive and pandemic preparedness, it would need to be couched in scenario thinking. We cannot predict the severity of the next pandemic, and it is bound to go up and down. Ladies and gentlemen, we are where we are. We know where we are. We also know what all needs to be done. The most critical facet to explore during this summit is how to get it done in the context of this beautiful country of Nepal. Om asato ma sadgamaya, tamoso ma jyotir gamaya, mrityor ma amartam gamaya, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Colleagues, Om Astoma Sadagamaya is the opening line to an ancient universal prayer which is part of the Upanishad. The mantra says, lead us from ignorance to knowledge, from darkness to light, and from death to immortality. May this purifying prayer for the well-being of oneself or humanity guide the deliberations of the 2021 NMA Summit into building a robust and healthy Nepal. Namaste.